My name is Marcia Galvin. I'm a Special Project Supervisor for the Southwest Wisconsin Workforce Development Board. We are here today for our second annual Second Chance Employer Fair for individuals who are in recovery or who have criminal backgrounds. The following employers behind me are Second Chance employers, so they are willing to work with individuals who are looking for employment. We also have a variety of resources that are offered by the Workforce Development Board and the Job Center for individuals who are seeking training programs, educational programs to upskill, to re-enter the labor force, or to improve their skill sets for their current employers, as well as career services for those who are looking to find and maintain their employment.
Hi, my name is Megan. I am with Crossroads Counseling Center. We're located in downtown Janesville. We offer both mental health and substance abuse counseling. You can reach us at 608-755-5260, or our website is www.crossroads73.com. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Greg Shepard. I'm with Compass Behavioral Health Clinic. We offer a variety of services such as peer support specialists, so people that have gone through similar things. We offer counseling, substance abuse counseling, marriage and family counseling, various stages throughout your treatment and whatnot with that. We have a Project Treat and Project Connect. So we offer with the homeless population and then anybody that's re-entering the community from the jail and prison system. You can reach us at 608-741-4500.
My name is Dr. Kuber. I'm the Medical Director for Addiction Medical Services. This is my Executive Director, Erin. And we essentially provide a variety of treatment modalities. That includes methadone being the primary for the fentanyl overdose-related deaths that we have. Secondly, we do provide Suboxone, which is also an outpatient treatment. We provide Vivitrol, Sublocade. We provide an entire array of treatments, including counseling and support services. Our goal is to reach as many as patients and family members out there to help them. I also am a regional director for WellPath. And so one of the roles I work with is through jails and prisons. And my goal is to combine all of us in a community where we are working together in different areas to kind of make this more transparent, to help everyone get the treatment that they need the most. Because we understand that overdose occurs most often after they're released or if they're never found. So that's kind of what we do, and we're new in Janesville. This is my entire staff. We have our nursing team, counselors, and we're very, very excited. We love what we do, and we're happy to be here today, so thank you.
Hi, my name is Patrick Lonergan. I'm with Project Wishope, based out of Waukesha, Wisconsin, and hopefully doing a Rock County collaboration in the very near future. I'm also a person in long-term recovery myself. I'm a peer recovery coach, I'm a certified peer support specialist, and I'm also a peer recovery coach trainer. And hopefully here in the Rock County area we'll be starting a training session for peer recovery coaches coming in the very near future.
My name is Anna Cousin. I'm the Tobacco Prevention Coordinator for Youth for Change, where we offer a variety of information on vaping, tobacco, and nicotine products. We also have information about medication lock boxes, alcohol lock tops, and medication disposal. You can check out our website at y2y4c.com.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Stevens. I am with NAMI Rock County. NAMI stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. We are a nonprofit organization here in Rock County that provides support, education, and advocacy and public awareness around mental illness. You can find out more information about NAMI Rock County on our website at www.namirockcounty.org, or you can reach out to us at 608-743-9828.
Laura from Blackhawk Technical College. I'm here today representing our CARE Center, which stands for Careers, Advocacy, Resources, and Engagement. Our CARE Center at Blackhawk really helps students who are managing challenges with all of those non-academic needs and resources. We do a lot of connecting students to resources on campus and in the community, and we're just there to help students with all kinds of different challenges get connected. Also, Blackhawk has a program that's related to substance use, so we have our substance use disorder counseling program. Students interested in that can reach out to us and we can tell you more information.
Hi there, my name is Kimberly Valenta. I work with Defy Domestic Abuse and the Sexual Assault Recovery Program. I also am here representing the Rock County LGBTQ Plus Committee as well. So both programs are under the umbrella of Family Services, which is located in Beloit, Wisconsin, but we serve all of Rock County. We're here today. We team up consistently. We help all survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, as well as provide educational pieces for local schools, organizations, and different groups as well. Really, our mission is to help all survivors in their healing process, whether that be if they're just reaching out, looking for outreach services, and we also have a shelter located in Beloit as well. So we're ready to help you. 24-hour hotline, 608-364-1083.
Hi, my name is Rita Key, and I'm with Rock County Restoration's Substance Abuse Recovery Center. We will be a long-term facility serving men and women, starting with women, for Rock County. You can reach us at 608-718-4655. Find us on Facebook at Rockco Restorations, or email us at rockcorestorations@gmail.com.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to our 7th annual Rack for Recovery event here in Rock County. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you Berenice Sandoval. We're going to welcome her from Rock County Sheriff's Office as she is the treatment coordinator.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Berenice Sandoval. I'm the treatment coordinator at the Rock County Sheriff's Office. My position is actually very new. I just started this year. It's a brand new position to the Sheriff's Office. The sheriff really felt like this position was needed. We offer services. We have, for example, the recap program, which we have our recappers here, which help set up this event. So thank you to our recappers. However, the sheriff felt like we needed more programming. We have the majority of our population is our pending inmates, so that means that they're there for an unknown amount of time, and we feel like they deserve to have services and treatment programs available to them as well. The main thing that I really want to highlight is our outreach efforts when we're having individuals coming into our jail. So we have our jail reentry team, which is up here. We also have our mental health team. So one thing that we found is very important is that when we have individuals coming into our facility is to identify if they have needs. So what we have is called the brief jail mental health screen. Our correctional officers complete those at booking on each individual that comes in. So if they answer yes to certain questions such as, have you used substances in the last 72 hours? Any recent suicide attempts, things like that. That prompts our jail reentry team and our mental health team to reach out to them. And from there, they're able to do an introduction with the inmate, let them know, hey, we are reentry, hey, we're mental health. These are the services we have available to you guys. Let us know if you need anything. So that's important. Trying to reach out as much as possible. That's something that's really expanded over the last few years, and we're really continuing to do those face-to-face outreaches and try to encourage people and say, hey, we have resources available to you guys. We have also added a second full-time therapist. So that means that we have 2 full-time mental health therapists. They're duly licensed. So they address both mental health and substance use needs in our facility. We've had the one therapist for about 5 or so years. And now we added a second edition this year. So there's been a lot of expanding just in this year, which is really exciting for the sheriff's office. One of the services that's brand new this year, we got a Narcan grant through the Sheriff's Association. And that started in May of 2022. And since that grant started, we have handed out 50 boxes of Narcan. It's a very exciting grant that we got. And so the grant allows us actually to give Narcan to any individual that's leaving our facility, but also to the family and loved ones of those individuals. So anyone that's interested in getting Narcan can just reach out to myself or reach out to the sheriff's office, and I can help get you guys trained on how to dispense Narcan and also, have it for yourself and for your loved ones. I'm loving all the claps. This is great. So the one thing we've started so far is our Houses of Healing group. So this is a brand new group that we've started. It's a group that helps teach individuals about emotional literacy. So emotional literacy, we have feelings. Oftentimes individuals are using substances to numb those feelings. They've been through so many things, they don't want to have to feel those feelings. So this class really gives them an opportunity to learn about what are these feelings I've been feeling for so long. Feeling all those feelings at once can be very overwhelming. So we really just take it down to, I hand everyone a feelings wheel, and it sounds cheesy, but they, learn about it and they do very well. And they start identifying what are those feelings that I've been suppressing for so long. So it's been a really great program. So far, we've had 18 individuals successfully complete the course. And it's a 6-week course. It's a 6-week course, so obviously since we're dealing with the pending inmates, they're in and out, so it's hard to, get them for 6 weeks. So the individuals that do, they do very well and get the opportunity to get a certificate at the end, which a lot of them get really happy about, and it's always awesome to see them on that last day get that certificate. Currently, we offer AA and NA will be starting in Thursday, not December. And we offer church services as well. We get so many individuals that sign up for these services that there's often has to be 3 groups in one night to get those groups going. There's so many people that are interested, and we try to not say no to anyone that's interested. So it's always really exciting and heartwarming to hear everyone that's interested in participating in that. Another service that we have is our creative writing. So a topic is sent out each month, and the individuals are able to submit something along the lines of that topic. And then at the end of the month, a winner's chosen and everyone gets together. They get donuts, coffee, the sheriff comes in and gets to, hear their stories as well. And they get to just get the opportunity to express themselves through their writing. And so far, since the beginning of that program, which was in May of 2021, we've had 156 submissions. So it's been really exciting. And of course, like I said earlier, we do have our recap program, which continues to be a really great success. And it's always really exciting as they graduate to see them go through that program. One other fun thing that we have for the inmates is we have Mary the Comfort Dog. So she's a therapy dog that comes in once a month, and she goes into every single unit and gets to visit with the inmates, which is really exciting. A lot of them, you get to see a different side of them, and it's a really good reminder to kind of bring that service in for them, which they usually very, very much enjoy. We also offer GED services. So all these services are somewhat new, and some of them got brought back because of COVID. We were shut down for a really long time. And this is just the beginning. My main goal for my position is to work towards expanding that. So we're really looking at what more groups can we do and what other services can we offer to the inmates while we have them in our facility. Another really important resource I just wanted to touch on quickly is our jail reentry program. So we have our jail reentry team up here, and jail reentry is, it's pretty much what it sounds like. Our jail reentry team, they are helping individuals who are getting ready to be released and linking them with all the services that they need. Those services can range from, getting their basic needs met. So maybe the person's getting released. So Amy might take them to the food pantry first things first, get some food, get them clothing, all those basic needs that they need often, especially if they've been incarcerated for a long period of time, they need those basic needs. Other things that they can get linked with is housing, sober housing, shelters, things like that. We have medication-assisted treatment, we have the Vivitrol grant, which was given to us back in 2019. And since we've received that grant, we've had 128 individuals receive Vivitrol before they were released. And we've also, just in March, started our alcohol Vivitrol program as well, because that grant only allowed for opiates. However, with Amy's hard work and the jail reentries team, we've been able to expand that to for alcohol as well. So what's next for the sheriff's office is, implementing as much programming and things as possible. We are going to, once we all know when the opiate settlement funds will be coming down, we'll be hopefully getting some of that, and that way we can add another position like myself to help add even more groups to what we have right now and more treatment opportunities for our inmates. Also, we have construction underway. If you've had a chance to drive by our facility, we have a new addition coming on that will also be focused on treatment housing. Currently, we do have 2 special housing units. We have one for special needs for individuals with mental health, disabilities, I guess, and then also people who struggle with substance use, maybe don't feel comfortable going into general population. We have specialized housing for them, as well as for our Houses of Healing group. They have their own unit, and that's brand new as of 2 weeks ago. So they now have a opportunity to be together and be supportive of each other and have a more recovery-oriented unit. And yeah. So more to come from us. We are very excited, and at least I'm super excited, and we have a lot ready to come. So if anyone has questions for me, you guys can just reach out to me afterwards. That's all I got.
A lot of amazing changes and programs coming to our jail system, so that's really awesome. We thank you for bringing all that hard work to Rock County here. Yes, thank you, Berenice. And now we are going to have Caitlin Turkowski, and I think I did that wrong too. Okay. She works with Rock County Public Health, and she is a public health nurse, and she is going to share some of the initiatives and things that are going on in their world. Thank you, Caitlin.
All right. Well, she did my introduction for me. So, I'm a nurse. I'm with the Rock County Public Health Department. And so I just wanted to let you all know kind of what initiatives are going on down at the health department. So, my colleague and I, Sherry Faber, we started an overdose fatality review team. So we call it OFR for short. So we take a look at deaths that have been attributed to fatal overdoses, and we brought together many partners from the community, including Bernice. So we have local law enforcement, EMS, our healthcare systems, therapists, counselors, medical examiner, the jail, and also we've included people with lived experience. So it's not necessarily a new concept because the criminal justice system does reviews as well. The reason that we need this is in 2015, there were 22 overdose deaths, and in 2021, there were 52. The numbers have more than doubled. And also in Rock County, in 2019, there were 43 fatal overdoses, and in 2021, there's 75. But overdoses are 100% preventable. So our goal is to bring these agencies together and come up with recommendations at the local level and the state level. Since June, we've already identified several trends and developed many recommendations. One pilot project we've started was our local law enforcement partnered with Bernice and the reentry team to identify people that are brought in that may benefit from their services. And then we've also launched an overdose spike alert system with the state. So if there's been an increase in overdoses, we can send out an alert to EMS, fire, the public, as well as everyone so that they can be prepared. And then we also have a dashboard to collect data. It looks at rates of overdoses, hospitalization, and Narcan utilization, and many other things. So check out our website. Just Google Rock County Public Health Department. And then also thank you for hosting this event that allows people in recovery to have a safe, supportive environment.
Caitlin, lots of good things going on with the health department, trying to look at how we can not just track numbers, but prevent these numbers from happening. So if you guys haven't noticed, we've really tried to focus this year on showing you what our community where you live, work, and play has to offer, because I think it gets missed sometimes, like what exactly is going on. It might feel like, not enough is going on, but these people and programs and agencies have really put a lot of effort and thought into how we can intervene or how we can help and change this. So we were really excited to be able to bring these resources and these exciting programs to you guys and share that. So next we have Gregory Shepard. He is with Project Treat. He's the program manager at Rock Valley Community Programs.
Hello, everyone. My name is Greg Shepard, like she said. I've been dealing with Project Treat for some years now. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to speak about some of the community resources that we're offering in this area. First, I'm going to start out by talking about the residential services that we offer. So we offer reentry services for male and female offenders returning back to the community. They will receive case management services and offered in-house groups as well. Another program we offer is the Housing for Our Vets program. So what that does is deals with the homeless vets population in general. People can stay up to 24 months there. Services that are offered include case management, educational groups, and life skills training and substance use disorder treatment as well. Harper's Place is a 24-hour hospital diversion program providing intermediate crisis stabilization to adults in need. This is like a safe home-like environment where they're able to get things monitored, such as dietary needs or emotional support. Turning Point is a temporary living place in which individuals under the supervision of DOC experiencing homelessness, individuals can stay up to 60 days there. Again, work with case management and employment services. Project Employ is a community-based program funded by the Justice Bureau and Justice Assistance aimed at empowering ex-offenders with employment readiness programming. This includes case management, use of community resources, and evidence-based programming. So that turns into some of our things that are offered in-house, and then some of the things that we are offered with our community support outpatient is one is we offer peer support specialists. So these are people that have lived, breathed, have went through similar experiences, able to go through and help you through those steps of transitioning. Then we have 2 SAMHSA grants that operate out of Compass Behavioral Health Clinic. One is called Project Connect, and one is called Project Treat. Project Treat, we are helping with people that are transitioning from jail or prison with that reentry program as well, just as not intensive and not residential as the other ones. Project Connect deals specifically with the homeless population. Same things with substance abuse disorder, mental health, general things like that. Both programs offer case management and referral of other resources and other things among that nature. That's all I got.
So thank you, Gregory, for sharing all those awesome programs that you guys have going on at Rock Valley Community Programs. So now we are going to have Jenny Hallett come speak, and she is an impacted family member, and she also has done some pretty awesome work at the state level.
So I write everything down so I don't forget anything, so I don't want to leave anything out. But yes, my name is Jenny Hallett, and my loving 26-year-old daughter, Brittany Rose Hallett, died from alcohol addiction on November 5th, 2014, when I came home to find her dead. It's coming up on 8 years, and this is actually a picture of her. I've spoken to a lot of you, so you may have seen it. But there she is. So she was a very family-oriented, straight A student. She had everything to live for, and yet alcohol took her down with a vengeance very quickly. And from the second that the coroner took my daughter away, I knew that I would spend the rest of my life trying to warn other people about the real dangers of the legal drug of alcohol, especially since it's so glorified in our society. I want to move mountains to get the treatment and recovery resources made available that my daughter so desperately needed to save her life. I don't want another parent to have to endure this lifelong grief. So I want to take just a brief moment to shine a light on some unbelievable statistics from the Wisconsin Department of Health Services regarding alcohol in our state and right here in Rock County. We need to be talking about this too. So did you know that the year that my daughter died in 2014, there were 2,015 alcohol attributable deaths in Wisconsin? And that went up to 3,200 last year. In Rock County alone in 2014, there were 68 deaths, and one of those was my daughter. And that went up to 111 last year in Rock County. In Wisconsin in 2014, there were 32,725 emergency room visits due to alcohol, and that jumped to 35,000 last year. In Rock County in 2014, there were 1,005 ER visits, and some of those were my daughter, and that increased to 1,007 last year. And the last set of statistics is in Wisconsin in 2014, there were 30,000 inpatient visits due to alcohol. And that jumped to 33,612 last year. In Rock County alone, in 2014, there were 956 inpatient visits, including my daughter. And last year there were 909. So, that's amazing number of, I remember one of the nurses telling my daughter that alcohol is actually one of the number one reasons people were in the hospital. And for all of these statistics, Rock County ranked either 5th, 6th, or 7th in our state. Isn't that sad? So advocating to save others is how I cope with my grief. Otherwise, the grief would just fester inside of me. I'm fighting to help people with all substance use disorders. In fact, I even saved a stranger's life with Narcan, naloxone, which is generic Narcan that can reverse overdose just 9 days after I got trained in how to do it. It was one of the, thank you. It was one of the most miraculous things I've ever witnessed. He was gone. And 5 minutes later, he was standing up, talking, and trying to say everything was just fine. So I want to help everyone because addiction's addiction, no matter the substance. Since most people in this room want to hear about, progress that's being made, I want to tell you about an important report that I had the honor of helping to prepare. So I've been a member of Governor Evers' Sciota Prevention Committee for several years, and in March of this year, I was very proud to have been a member of their alcohol ad hoc work group that convened for about a year to ultimately make about 61 recommendations. Hang on here. These were new recommendations to help foster prevention of alcohol-related problems. This very important report of prevention recommendations will be used by organizations and agencies all over Wisconsin to help guide them in their efforts to foster prevention. This report is designed to help the user find how they can be impactful regarding Wisconsin's alcohol environment in order to create a safer and healthier Wisconsin for all. The intent is the recommendations provided in this report will be used in communities with coalitions looking to reduce harm of excess use of alcohol, with healthcare systems and providers, with municipalities, counties, governments, so that they all can make informed decisions to create safer and healthier communities. We formed 5 different panels for the different types of organizations that would address the recommendations. So those panels so there were 5 of them. The first one was local government. Second one was state government, state agencies. Third was civic, community, educational, and religious organizations. Fourth was healthcare systems and providers. And fifth was the alcohol industry. So we held virtual hearings for each of these different panels where we heard from healthcare professionals, law enforcement, members of the alcohol industry, educators, etc. And then at the end of all the hearings, we gathered to discuss, everything that we had heard and learned from them in all of these hearings, and we used all that to develop our 61 recommendations. Each recommendation has a listed purpose, and the purpose describes the methods in which the recommendation seeks to change the alcohol environment. Some recommendations have multiple purposes listed. So to give you an idea of how this report can be used, here's an example. So let's just say there was an organization that wanted to hold some type of event. They could use this report to follow recommendations to better foster prevention during the event, possibly limiting the size of cups that they serve alcohol in, or keeping the area, where the alcohol is served roped off to keep the access under control. Things like this. The report goes into a lot more detail than that. So people from all over the state who are in many different capacities of authority can use this report to help guide them towards having a healthier alcohol environment. And I've worked on many other projects, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later on. So thank you.
Thank you, Jenny. She has tons of information, so she will be back up here just to share a little bit more here in a little bit. But first, I want you to give a huge round of applause for Sabrina Dowd, who is living in recovery and shared her story for the first time at our Overdose Awareness Walk August 31st of this year, and we are so excited to have her back again.
Hi, so I'm Sabrina. I see a lot of familiar faces, so I know some of you guys have heard my story already. Can you guys hear me? This is kind of funny. So I'm going to tell it again, but I want to touch more on some of the resources and services I used during my journey. So my childhood had lots of ups and downs. I always felt something was missing from a very young age. I struggled with depression and anxiety for as long as I can remember. I experienced many toxic and unhealthy relationships within my family. I tried to find my place in this world for so long, and I thought I had found it when I first started smoking weed and drinking at the age of 15. It gave me friends. It gave me something to be excited about. I was always very clingy to boyfriends growing up, most likely because I longed for a relationship with my father, but never felt loved by him. When I was 17, I met a guy in his 20s. I was easily influenced. I thought this was what love was, so when he offered me hard drugs, I had trusted him. I didn't know anything about drugs before I had first tried them. It started with lines of cocaine and turned into smoking. I quickly spiraled into a toxic life full of paranoia and illegal activity. I went from having dreams and goals to waking up and only worrying about how and when I was going to get my next high. Eventually that boyfriend went to jail. My best friend Lexi at the time helped me move out of that house and leave that relationship. I got sober and ended up meeting my child's father. I got pregnant with my daughter shortly after. She was the most beautiful baby girl I had ever seen. She was perfect, and she gave me the purpose in life I was always searching for. I was sober for almost 2 years. The same best friend that saved me from myself died in a tragic car accident, and that loss did something to me. I couldn't cope with losing the one person that really knew me and loved me for me, so I turned to opiate pills to numb the pain. Those opiate pills eventually turned to heroin. Shortly after, I ended up pregnant with my son. I got into outpatient treatment at Compass in Janesville. My son was eventually born, and he was such a sweet, handsome little baby. I continued going to Compass, and it did help me so much at the time. I attended groups weekly and individual counseling. They gave me random urine tests to keep me accountable. I eventually stopped attending because I got complacent. Addiction is not something that ever goes away or is cured. It is something I have to work at and fight every single day of my life. It does get easier as time passes, but it's important to always remember I'm one bad decision away from losing everything again. My kid's father and I had many ups and downs together, and the relationship was no longer healthy. We decided to break up. I moved in with my mom. I started working at a bar where I would stay out late drinking, which quickly led to picking up drugs again. This one spiraled out of control much faster because my mom was able to watch my kids when I wanted to stay away for days. During this time period, I survived multiple overdoses and car accidents. I woke up in a car on the wrong side of the road on Highway 14, surrounded by paramedics administering us Narcan. The father of my kids and I overdosed while driving, and we hit several signs along the way. My kids could have lost both parents that day. And the worst part about it is I checked myself out of the hospital only to get back into a vehicle to use more while still in the hospital parking lot. This was not the only time Narcan saved my life. There were several other incidents. Many people say that I don't deserve all these chances because I choose to do drugs. They don't believe Narcan should be available to everyone because they believe it enables addicts. They couldn't be more wrong. Narcan didn't allow me to continue to use. It allowed me to eventually go back to being a healthy, loving mother to my children. It allowed me to help other addicts. It allowed me another chance at living. Narcan saves lives, and everyone's life is valuable. One day, while still living at my mom's, I had become erratic with my parents. I was dirty, shoeless, and had been up for days. I attempted to take my kids from my mom, and she wouldn't allow it. She contacted the police, and the police seen the state of mind I was in and contacted CPS. CPS arrived, and at the bottom of my mom's driveway, I had hit my rock bottom. I was told I was unable to see my kids until I went to treatment. Every bad thing I had ever survived or been through was nothing compared to something standing between me and the two most important things in my world. I chose to go to treatment. When I came home, I was meeting all the goals CPS had for me, and I was working on bringing my kids back into my care unsupervised, but I was not working on my recovery. A sense of community for addicts is so important, whether it be AA, NA, Smart Recovery, or church. I was not attending any of those, which led me to another relapse. I admitted to CPS what happened and went on my own to a 30-day treatment. While in this treatment, I was told that CPS was going to close the case and give full custody and placement to their father, who was also in early recovery. I was devastated. I had officially lost everything. When addicts get sober, there are going to be many roadblocks to navigate, and things will not always go our way. I had failed myself, my family, and my community, but in this moment, I felt CPS failed me. I felt that they had wrote me off so the case could close instead of allowing me the chance to finish the treatment I was in and prove myself. The reason I was in treatment was for my kids, to be better for them. I'm not here to blame anyone, but this is my experience, and I felt it was important to share so we can continue as a community to better our programs and to learn from mistakes. I ended up agreeing to visitation rights with the agreement I wouldn't fight their decision in court. I'd been a full-time mother their entire lives, even through my struggles, to feeling like a part-time mom was the hardest thing I've ever done. I was so broken. When a mother isn't the one who is able to set up their kids' appointments or take care of their everyday needs, it takes a piece of your heart. My current boyfriend and I moved in together, and I gave birth to my third child, a son. He was a perfect addition to my little family. Unfortunately, the shame I felt from all the damage I had done in not being a full-time parent to my older two brought me to using again. At this point, I felt hopeless and worthless. I thought my kids were better off without me. I knew I was either going to kill myself to escape the miserable existence I was living, or I was going to have to do whatever it takes to get sober and to stay sober. They needed their mom, and instead of sitting in my own shame, I needed to stop being selfish. I went to detox at Rogers, and after I got home, I got myself into Clean Slate outpatient program. With the help of medication-assisted treatment and therapy from them, I got back on my feet. I now have 2.5 years sober. Thank you. Throughout my addiction, all I had was state insurance. As many of you know, state insurance doesn't cover long-term treatment facilities. This was an excuse I had used many times on why I couldn't get sober. I'm telling you that it doesn't take a fancy 6-month facility to get sober. All it takes is you and your want for a better life. There is resources, and there are plenty of people and places that want to help. It makes me so happy to see all these services and programs expanding in Rock County. I am alive and here speaking to all of you today because Narcan, detoxes, AA, NA, recovery coaches, and outpatient, and people that care, reach out and ask for help because I'm telling you that there are people that will do whatever they can to help you, and I am one of them. An addict may have been to hundreds of treatment facilities, but don't ever lose hope that they will someday get the life they deserve. I spent most of my life self-sabotaging and making excuses. I always thought I wouldn't survive the sickness that comes with opiate withdrawal, the sickness that literally makes you feel like you're going to die. But on the other side of that short-term sickness is a chance at actually living. Anything is possible. Today I stand here with custody of all 3 of my kids and Thank you. An amazing job helping kids in the system. I have a good support system, a healthy relationship. I can be the mom my kids can count on. I don't ever have to miss a sports game or a school conference. So many people are dying every day around us. Please don't make your families have to bury you or have to tell your kids their mommy and daddy will never be coming home. Reach out to someone and pull out a little bit of hope you can find left in yourself. I promise you it's worth it. Thank you.
I don't know if telling your own story can get better, but I think she did it. Thank you, Sabrina, for sharing that with us. So now you might be wondering, so what can I do? Like, what can I do to make a change? And so Jenny is going to step up here and share some ways that you can get involved right here in our community.
I got to tell you stories like that are why I do what I do. So, congrats. So, the reason that I came here tonight is because since we're addressing the positive changes that have taken place in addiction treatment and recovery space here locally and throughout Wisconsin, I want to highlight some other ways that I've been fighting for much needed changes. And as I'm talking to you about what I've worked on, I want to stress to each and every single one of you in this room that you have a powerful voice for change. If you've ever felt frustrated because of lack of resources for prevention, treatment, or recovery, then I want to call you to take action. You might not think that you have an impact, but the truth is that everyone in this room has a huge potential to create the change that you want to see. I first became a board member with Janesville Mobilizing for Change, where we have worked hard to protect our youth in this area. And I'm so proud of what they do, and they even helped to bring this very event to you. I'm also a proud Shatterproof ambassador with the nonprofit called Shatterproof, where I have a lot of their literature here, which a lot of you've seen tonight. Please see me if you have want any more information about that, their advocacy toolkit, or anything else. I've been working with them to try to bring their Atlas Provider Treatment Locator here to Wisconsin. It's an amazing tool to help people find quality treatment providers that have been vetted. People can search for providers that meet the criteria that they're looking for, such as distance, special groups served, languages offered, insurance accepted, substances treated, and more. These can then be compared side by side to find the best options that meet your needs. And I really hope that they're able to bring it here to Wisconsin as soon as possible, because it's exactly what I wish I would have had when my daughter was going through this. Shatterproof ambassadors can help in many different ways. I like how they keep me informed about different legislative activities that are going on in Wisconsin and around the country, with all types of addiction legislation, and they also, tell you how you can actually make a difference with those different issues. They can help educate you on how to testify to legislators. There's just so much that they help out with. I'm also a member of the Recovery Advocacy Project, or RAP, in Wisconsin, which we have someone else here, where we work on important issues that need to be addressed regarding alcohol and other drug addiction recovery. RAP is an initiative of the Mobilized Recovery Organization that basically connects people all over the country. So we learn from each other and talk with each other. We've worked on advocating to legalize fentanyl testing strips, and we're still currently trying to get the Good Samaritan sunset law, reinstated. I have a copy of our platform with me if you're curious. So has anyone here ever run into roadblocks or barriers to get treatment or recovery services? Have you run into problems because of negative stigma? So it's people just like you that have the powerful voice to educate the public, and especially our legislators, to really affect change. You have the ability to create the facilities and programs that are needed. So I'm looking for people who want to work with me as a collective to make our voices even stronger. We can brainstorm ideas for creating the resources that we need. We can help educate legislators. They actually want to hear from us. If we don't tell them, what the issues are and educate them about it, then they don't have any chance of writing the legislation that we need if we don't help them understand what it is that we need. I'm telling you, they do listen. So there's many ways to help. One can simply be just to get on an email list, so that whenever there's a petition that we need to have signed for some legislation, it could be sent to you. All you do is sign it online, and it goes off based off your zip code. It will send that petition to your legislator on your behalf. So just a simple thing like that can be very powerful. So together, we have a strong voice to create the changes that we've all been looking for. So in honor of my loving daughter, I thank you all, and I love you forever, sweet pea Brittany Rose. It's called Your Story Will Not End. The night the paramedics said your heart they could not mend, my heart completely shattered, but your story will not end. You are a semicolon that will always carry on. Your angel wings embrace me to face the morning dawn. The signs that you have sent me have anchored my strong faith. I'd do almost anything to see your heavenly wraith. You are tattooed upon my heart. I miss your painted toes. I love you to infinity, my sweet pea Brittany Rose. I work to find happiness with baby steps each day because I know you'd want me to keep my tears at bay. I try to be productive to channel all my grief. I work hard at saving others, which gives me some relief. Since not another parent should ever lose their kid, I advocate so others don't lose their child like I did. You keep inspiring others to seek recovery. Because you lived, they live. This is your legacy. You are my loving daughter. You are my loving friend. Because you keep inspiring, your story will not end. Thank you.